Mortal game.
不朽的天平之上，谎言无处遁形。遵从内心的呼唤，你的灵魂将揭示自己真正的价值。去吧，触碰那第3件圣物，由此，关于信念的试炼便会开启。
Fire of conviction.
我期待着你的觉悟。
Sword. Okay, probably not racing game for a sword. But no. Retrieving play information. Name Coralie. Identify. Immortal Dragon Keen Traveler. Sounds like another RPG.
在浩渺的寰宇里，星辰升起又瞬间陨落，文明繁荣又转眼凋零。我见证破碎的故事，让有限的世界经由不朽的双眼质疑永恒的命路。
In the vast expanse of the universe, stars rise and fall in an instant. Civilization flourish and wither in the blink of an eye. I witness those fragmented tales, allowing finite worlds find the path of eternity through permanent eyes.
不朽的旅行家见证了无数星球重蹈覆辙，却在偶然间遇到了一颗永生的星星，如此特别。
The immortal traveler witnessed countless planets repeating the same mistakes, until she came across a star of eternal life. It was one very special star.
这颗曾被死亡笼罩的星球，偶然间获得了名为不朽的力量，获得了人类梦寐以求的永生。
This planet, once shrouded in death, fortunately obtained the power of permanence, and with it came the eternal life that the human race could only dream of.
好耳熟，和刚才壁画上的故事好像。
Sounds similar, just like the story from that mural earlier.
此刻，旅行家要用自己的足迹去见证它的不朽，甚至选择他们的命运。
Now the traveler must use her own footsteps to witness its immortality, and even chose their fate.
在有机会做出选择时，请千万别让自己后悔。
What? When you have a chance to make a choice, make sure it is one you will not regret? Oh, what a line! Straight up from Kafka. No way we have something to do with Eliot.
哇，这里看起来好热闹，肯定比上一场试炼轻松多了。
Hey, this must be important. What? Whoa, it's so lively here. This must be way easier than the last trial.
那可不一定，万一这都是用来迷惑我的表象，其实处处都是陷阱呢。
Not necessary. What if this is all just a facade to deceive me? And there are traps everywhere. Looking at which city we are, Chiming, Phosphorus? I'm guess not that far-stretched.
那也没关系，既有智慧又有勇气的克拉丽，肯定能轻松解决任何问题。
That's not a problem. You have the wisdom and courage to solve any problem it is.
你怎么比我自己还信任我？被一条龙信任的感觉有点新奇，不过倒是不坏。那就借你吉言了。
You have greater faith in me than I have in myself. Being trusted by a dragon feels a bit strange, but it's not a bad thing. I will accept your well wishes.
虽然娜娜不能跟着克拉丽参加试炼，但我的祝愿始终与你同在。
Even though Nana cannot join you in the trial, Nana's blessings will always be with you. Wait a moment, what you can not join in the trial? You're already with us. You're one step back more, joining us as the last two.
快去吧，克拉丽，或许这次的幻境，每个人都会很开心呢。
Go on, Coralie. Maybe everyone will be happy in this illusion.
这就是人人永生的世界。
So this is world where everyone lives forever. World blessed by permanence. Walk in the city.
格兰妮，大家在庆祝吗？听上去很热闹。
Rennie, is there a celebration? It's bustling today.
是啊，听到能永生，大家都很振奋。哥哥，我们再也不用害怕因为瘟疫生离死别了。我一定会找到办法治好你的眼睛。
Yes, everyone is excited about their prospects of immortality. Brother, we will never have to fear being claimed by the plague again. I will definitely find a way to cure your eyes.
也还是这样急性子。时间那么长，总会有办法。格兰妮，我们会过得越来越好。
You are as impatient as ever. A cure will be found in years to come. Rennie, things will only get better for us.
人人永生的世界，确实不需要面对上个试炼那些永生者的苦难。不过，真的就这么完美吗？
In a world where everyone is immortal, the suffering of those immortals from the last trial would not exist. But are things really that perfect? They're really starting to connect the dots with Star Rail.
我们去那里好不好？去听塞南哥哥的演奏，还要吃克莱娜姐姐种的新水果，然后去城外的草地上放风筝，还呀。
Let's go there. Let's listen to a hyena's performance and eat the fresh fruits grown by the Kalina. After that, let's fly kites on the grassland outside the city and
这么多安排，今天做得完吗？
can we really do so much in one day?
做不完也没关系，今天没有实现的心愿就留到明天再做。我们的时间有那么长，对吧？
It's okay if we cannot finish everything. We will leave the unfinished wishes for today for tomorrow. We have so much time ahead of us, right?
你说的对，娜娜，至少现在看起来还不错。
You're right, Nana. At least things look good for now. But they don't die of old age, but they can be killed, right?
嚯，熟悉的乐曲，因为是根据我的记忆做的调整，所以永远都是循环播放这几首歌曲吗？我的记忆里就没有……算了，要是找到了绮罗前辈的专辑，就不是闹着玩的了。
Huh? Familiar tunes. Are the same songs always on the loop because this place is tailored to my memory? But my memory doesn't have... Never mind. I will be quiet. Something if I find Kira's Vice album.
怎么
Will
样
be quiet.
我的音乐让你听入迷了吗？大家都夸过我写的曲子呢。我想把我的音乐带给整个星球上的人听。
How about it? Have you been mesmerized by my music? Everyone has praised the songs I have written. I want to share my creations with everyone on this planet.
等这个愿望实现了，我就去做别的事情，或许成为最好的厨师。反正时间多的是，足够我折腾了。
Once this dream comes true, I will try something else. Maybe I will aim to become the best chef? After all, I have all the time in the world to do everything I want. We are literally at lawful. Danger lawful.
的确足够折腾。永恒的人生没有终点，选错了也还有下一次机会可以反悔。
Yeah, more than enough time to spend. Eternal life has no end. Even if you make the wrong choice, you will always have another chance to change your mind. Bro, to achieve my goals in art, can I also get immortal life?
数不清的明天可以让人努力个够。哼，感觉是笨蛋赫利亚会喜欢的地方。所以，这次游戏里的赫利亚在哪里？
There are countless tomorrows to work hard through. Huh, sounds like the place that idiot Helia would love. So, where is Helia in this game? Bro, every time there was a Helia. Wonder about the current situation.
要 味新鲜的果子吗？是我为获得永生的纪念庆典培育的高产品种。过去闹瘟疫时，大家都饿怕了。嗨，我总听那些事情做什么？时代早就不同了。
Okay, I spotted Helia. Also, this is the clay now, the children where he's speaking of. Would you like to check out our fresh fruits? They are from a high-yield variety I cultivated for celebrating immortality. Everyone was terrified of starving during a plague back then. Oops, why am I bringing that up? Times are different now.
我有大把的时间可以培育各式各样的果树，让大家再也不会挨饿。即使今年失败了，还有无数个明年等着我成功。
I have all the time in the world to cultivate all kinds of fruits trees. So, no one will ever go hungry again. Even if I fail this year, there are countless more years to succeed.
嚯，这就是永生带给你的自信。不过，祝你早日成功。
Oh, so that's the confidence that comes with immortality. Well, I hope you succeed soon. Yeah, I already spotted Helia.
呵呵，抓住你了，笨蛋赫利亚！
Caught you, idiot Helia. Is Coralie saw her companion standing silently in the corner. Just as she was about to jump out and to startle her, she noticed that she seems unaffected by the cheerful atmosphere.
你的初始表情怎么跟想象中不太一样？
This first impression of you is not quite what I expected.
可是，拥有无限的生命，真的是一件好事吗？
This is not really Helia. Is having an endless life really a good thing?
西纳迪亚，怎么回事？失恋也能出 bug？
Senadia? What's going on? Are there errors in the trial too? As soon as she finished speaking, the unfamiliar girl before her transformed back into her familiar companion. She subsequently cast her confusion aside.
来吧，笨蛋赫利亚，这一次你又要给我带来什么有趣的麻烦呢？
Come on, idiot Helia. What kind of interesting trouble are you going to bring me this time?
嘿，
是你啊！
Oh, it's you.
当然是我，出色的星际旅行家，终极试炼特等奖获得者，优秀的理工技术能力者，无数笨蛋赫利亚的金牌人生导师，天才游戏测评家，大魔王科拉利女士。
Who else could it be? The outstanding interstellar traveler, champion of the last trial, master of engineering and technology, star life coach to countless idiot Helias, genius game critic, Dark Lord Coralie. Okay, star life coach to countless idiot Helias. Isn't it this a little bit referred to the countless Helias that we saw in Helia's trials, I guess, in Path of Helia?
我的院子里可装不下这么多人。好久不见。
My yard cannot fit that many people. It's been a while.
有这么久了吗？
Has it really been that long?
是啊，自从你上次说待会儿见，然后隔了大半个月才再次露面之后，我就对你的时间观念产生了怀疑。
Yes. Ever since you said see you later and did not show up for half a month, I have had my doubts about your sense of time.
唉，就像打游戏的时候，一眨眼就到第二天了一样，时间总是一不留神就匆匆飞走啦。不过，永生之人最不缺的就是时间，不用算这么清楚嘛。
Just like how you start gaming and it's already the next day in the blink of an eye. Time always slips away when you are not paying attention. But hey, immortals have an abundance of time. There's no need to keep such precise count.
最不缺时间吗？克拉丽，作为旅行家的你见过了那么多颗星星，在你看来，永生的星星和短寿的星星
它们有什么不同？
An abundance of time. Coralie, as a traveler who has seen countless stars, what do you think is the difference between immortal stars and short-lived ones?
这你就问对人啦。我见过太多生命有限的星球，人们无法互相陪伴，离别的悲伤在他们出生起就已经注定。你们这颗星星拥有的永生，正是他们大多数痛苦的解药。
You have asked the right person. I have seen too many planets with finite lifespans. Places where people cannot stay together forever. Where the sorrow of partings is destined from birth. The immortality that your star possesses is the cure of most of their suffering.
不，我认为恰恰相反。就因为生命短暂，时光易逝，温暖的瞬间才能成为美好。
No, I believe it's quite the opposite. It is precisely because life is fleeting and time passes swiftly that moment of warmth can be beautiful.
但永生让快乐的时光不再短暂，这不是更好吗？你看，他们现在的笑脸完全证明了这一点。
But wouldn't it be better if immortality made happy moments last forever? Look, their smiling faces right now prove exactly that.
人类拥有无限的生命，可资源却依旧有限。永生无法消除社会隔差，厌倦的情绪迟早会落在每一个人头上。任何创造都将被推迟，文明最终陷入至死的停滞。
Humans may have infinite lifespans, but resources remain limited, and immortality cannot eliminate social inequality. Weariness would eventually weight upon everyone's shoulders. All creation will be procrastinated, and civilization will ultimately sink into a fatal stagnation. Okay, this is basically what Senadia told us already before.
是吗？可是永生的人类可以和平分享资源，在无限的时光中，人类终将达成道德共识，将每一门艺术都钻研到极致，达成精神的终极解放，这才是人类追求的终点。
Okay, how did this turn into a philosophical debate? Is that so? But immortal humans can share resources harmoniously. Given infinite time, humanity will eventually reach moral consensuses, master every art form to perfection, and achieve their ultimate spiritual liberation. That is the true end goal humanity pursues.
具体来说就是，所有因为时间有限而无法完成的作品，都将有机会重获新生。这样一来，我追的漫画就都能看到完结啦。
In other words, all the work that were never finished due to time constraints will have a chance at revival. I will finally get to see the endings of all the comics I love. Yeah, but it doesn't really bring new ideas. It's kind of hard to retrain your brain to have some freshness in it.
你这个人怎么满脑子奇奇怪怪的念头？此时的赫利亚心里如是说道。
I bet Haley is thinking, why are you always filled with such bizarre thoughts?
你这个人的想法倒是有趣。
Your way of thinking is quite interesting.
但这关系到一整颗星球将要面临的未来。如果我所担忧的事成真，那便是无可挽回的悲剧。
But this concerns the future of an entire planet. If my fears come true, it would be an irreversible tragedy.
唉，还真是心系大家的笨蛋赫利亚。那你要不要和我猜猜看，我们俩谁说的才是这颗星星的结局？
You really are an idiot who cares about everyone, Helia. How about we make a bet on whose predictions will be this planet's true fate?
如果这颗星球在未来真如你所说一般凋敝绝望，那我就答应你一个愿望。
If this planet's future really turns out to be as desolated and hopeless as you say, then I will grant you one wish.
愿望？我暂时还想不到自己想要什么。或许 等到我们的猜测有了结果的那一天，我应该就能给出答案吧。那时候，我还能再见到你吗？
I wish. I cannot think of what I would want right now. Well, you have to win first. Perhaps when either of our predictions comes to fruition, I will be able to give you an answer. Will I be able to see you again then?
当然，就算千百年，对永生之人来说，不就是一闭眼的事？再说了，没准又是我赢了呢。到时候，我要你请我在这颗星星上最好的餐厅饱餐一顿。
Of course. 100 or 1000 years to an immortal is just a blink of an eye, isn't it? Besides, I might win again. When that happens, you will have to treat me to the best restaurant of this planet.
但愿如此，克拉丽。
I hope so, Coralie.
于是，旅行家离开了这颗永生的星星，在寰宇中独行，继续践行自己的不朽。
And so, the traveler left the star of eternal life to sojourn alone in the universe and practice her way of permanence.
他的心中惦念着那颗奇特的永生星球，所以眼前瑰丽的宇宙无法在旅行家心中掀起波澜。他想见他，想知道时间对他们预测的回答。
This peculiar eternal star lingered in her path, leading the magnificent universe before her to lose its shimmer and appeal. She wanted to see her, to know time's answer to their predictions.
哼，毫无悬念，每次跟笨蛋赫利亚打赌，可都是我赢。
Yeah, no surprises there. Every time I make a bet with that idiot Helia, I always win.
但凡事总有例外。
But there are always exceptions. Time to see some dystopian world?
这里，
This place.
赫利亚，
Helia. Well, I guess the simulation went wrong.
啊啊！
Whoa, 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 whoa.
克拉丽，这次真的是好久不见，是不是难以想象？这就是你当时所见的城市。有一天清晨，一颗炮弹飞向我们，战争就再也没有停止。
Coralie. It really has been a long time. Hard to imagine this was the city you saw back then, isn't it? One morning, a cannonball flew towards us, and the war has never stopped since. I think this is probably the simulation of the story of Senadia's home planet.
征服的欲望像我们的生命一样毫无止境，可土地恒定，资源有限，暴力的抢夺渐渐演变成所有人参与的战争。战争从未结束，手段却愈发残忍。
Like our lives, the desire for conquest knows no bounds. But with finite land and limited resources, violent plundering gradually evolved into a war that engulfs everyone. The war never ended, but its methods grew increasingly crueler.
毕竟，永生的星球无人会死，但流血的痛楚并未消失。不顾一切，不惜代价，用最残忍手段发动战争的一方，才会在暴力中暂时获得优势。
After all, no one dies on this planet of immortality. Yet the pain of bleeding remains. Those who wage war with the most brutal means, at all costs and without restraints, are the ones who temporarily gain the upper hand in violence. Okay, can you please not show us children and speaking about the war? Kinda messed up.
技术进步无法解决资源问题吗？还是说，他们将技术都花在了战争上？
Cannot technological advancements solve the resource problem? Or Did they change all their technology into warfare?
用精心钻研的技术去种植成片的口粮，需要多年努力甚至更久。但从谷仓里抢夺食物，用炮火驱使土地和劳动力一煮，几分钟就足够了，不是吗？
It takes years or even longer to cultivate crops with carefully researched techniques. But raiding granaries and using artillery to seize land and labor, that only takes minutes, doesn't it?
有些人尝试中立，却被炮火轰出家园，再无藏身之地，很折磨吧？饥饿难耐却不会饿死，只能蜷缩成一团苟延残喘。永恒的生命，意味着永久的酷刑。
Some try to stay neutral, only to have their homes felled into ruins, leaving them with nowhere to hide. Or tormenting in massive being to suffer endless hungers without dying, forced to crawl up and barely cling to life. Ironically, timeless existence means eternal torture.
痛苦像是没有尽头的黑夜，吃穿用度捉襟见肘，无论白昼与黑夜，城市里到处都是绝望的哭喊。
The suffering is like an endless night, with basic necessities stretched thin, day and night. Desperate cries echo throughout the city.
为什么不离开这座城市？这颗星球这么大，大家可以找一处地方隐居，离开战火。
Why not leave the city? The planet is so vast, and everyone can find a place to hide away from the war.
齐安和格兰妮尝试过，但他们失败了。被抓后引爆了敌人的谷仓，一同化为碎片，无法自愈。用最荒诞的方式结束了永生之苦。
Giant and Granny tried, but they failed. After they were captured, they blew up their enemy's granary to pieces, killing themselves in the process. They were unable to heal. What an absurd way to end their eternal suffering.
我们费尽心力击退了一波人，却还有更多人涌上来，连敌人之间的斗争也会殃及我们的家园。可除了补给品短缺以外，我们的有生力量也越来越少。
We fought hard to repel one wave of attackers, only for more to pour in. Even the conflicts between our enemies affected our homes. Beyond our dwindling supplies, our combat force grows smaller by the day.
跑的跑，逃的逃，大家都厌倦了。无穷的时间，注定让人对一切所谓的新鲜事物感到麻木。我们过去的憧憬，一直以来的努力，在时间面前，都只是徒劳而已。
Some ran, some fled. We all grew weary. The endless flow of time inevitably numbs us to all so-called novelties. Our past aspirations, our efforts till now, they are hopelessly futile in the face of time.
我还是不明白，永生消除了人类最大的恐惧，大家为什么反而越来越暴烈？
I still don't get it. Immortality eliminates humanity's greatest fear. So why is everyone becoming more violent?
是啊，作为龙裔的你或许无法理解，但这就是人性。永生填平了时间的壁垒，个体的愈加平等夺走了一部分人的最爱。特权。
Indeed, as a dragon kind, you may not understand, but this is human nature. Immortality has leveled the walls of time, and the growing equality among individuals has stripped some people of what they cherish most: privilege.
一视同仁的永生稀释了特权的价值，无法彰显自己优越感的野心家越来越恐惧，更加变本加厉地掠夺资源，垄断财富，最终将炮火对准了自己的同胞。
When eternal life diluted the value of privilege and equality, denied the ambition their sense of superiority, they grew more fearful, intensifying their plunders of resources and monopoly of wealth. Finally, they turned their weapons against their own kind.
很讽刺，对吧？我们费尽千辛万苦寻求人人平等，但却总有一部分人希望自己比别人更平等。
Ironic, isn't it? We struggle so hard to achieve equality for all. Yet there are always those who wish to be more equal than others. What a line.
从流星降临大地那天开始，我们的文明就已经终结了。
From the day the meteor crashed on Earth, our civilization was already facing its end. You call it Earth. I understand you made Earth like Earth, but it's not Earth. Which planet is Xenadia's planet? Is she from Earth?
战争的结果是所有人都会走上末路，所以没有人想过停战吗？
War will lead everyone to their doom. Has no one ever thought about stopping it?
我曾尝试过，都以失败告终。大家猜来猜去，即使身处来之不易的和平，内心也在无时无刻担心自己被同盟背叛。何况这份猜忌的期限还是永远。
I have tried, but it always ended in failure. Everyone keeps second-guessing each other. Even in this hard-earned peace, we are constantly worried about being betrayed by all allies. And these suspicions will last forever.
恰恰是那段最和平的时光，我却每天都过得心惊胆战。当炮火再次落到这座城市，击碎暗流涌动的和平，我甚至为这一天的终于到来感到了可笑的轻松。
During our most peaceful days, I lived in constant fear. When cannon fire finally rained upon this city and shattered that fragile peace, I felt an absurd sense of relief. I thought, this day has finally come. So by the way, aren't our dragon lady here, Nala, which is played right now by Coralie, is the perpetrator of their immortality? Or which dragon scale was it?
可是，即使世界已经糟糕到了如此境地，你还是要执着地继续抗争，对吧？
But even though the world plunged into this terrible state, you're still going to stubbornly fight on, aren't you?
既然还有其他人留在这里，那我就要守护这座城市。时间或许会改变我的一切，但我希望自己还能留下一颗为大家而战的心。
As long as there are others who remain here, I will protect this city. Time may change everything about me, but I hope I can preserve this heart that might fight for everyone.
时间可改变不了你这样倔强执拗、相信希望的笨蛋。
Time cannot change a stubborn, obstinate idiot like you who still believes in hope. What?
不信吗？那敢不敢再跟我打个赌？这一次，大魔王克拉丽女士要留下来见证笨蛋赫利亚最后的答案。
Don't believe me? Then how about making another bet? This time, Dark Lord Coralie shall stay to witness the final answer from idiot Helia.
为了观察这颗不朽的星星和这个想法奇怪的人，好奇的旅行家决定暂时留在此地。
Curious about this eternal star, this peculiar person, the wandering traveler decided to remain for a short while.
时间转瞬过去，旅行家和他的同伴坚决拱卫城市，一次又一次击退了侵略者所培育的怪物的进攻。
Time passed in a flash as the traveler and her companions resolutely defended the city, repelling wave after wave of attacks from monsters brewed by invaders.
第50年，第1500场战役，
这么狠，直接跳进度的，还是激战正酣的时候。
什么？
我是说，我们一定会
I
胜
mean,
利
we。can definitely win. Okay, we have a lot of attacks that we are repelling.
轻轻松松，大魔王克拉丽又一次英勇地击退了敌人的袭击，记一分。
Easy peasy. Dark Lord Coralie has once again brilliantly deflected the enemy's attack. Score 1.
赫利亚，他好像疲惫了许多。可恶，一下子跳过了50年，都不知道发生了什么。
She seemed a lot more worn out. Damn it. We jumped ahead 50 years, so I have no idea what happened.
还能发生什么呢？战争之后还是战争，所幸永生杜绝了死亡。这种程度的冲突，无论发生多少次，都无法杀死他。
What else could have happened? War after war ensued. Fortunately, immortality has eliminated death. No matter how many times conflicts of this scale happened, they cannot kill her.
这一句概括倒是轻描淡写，他却实实在在的在战火里挨了上千场战斗。
That's quite an understatement. She had to endure over 1000's battle in the flames of war.
我没事，可能只是有点累了。
I am fine. Probably just a little tired.
他抬起头，向着被战火灼烧的城池望去。杂草生长在滩皮的砖瓦之间，偶有几个瘦骨嶙峋的孩童见到危机平息，张着大大的眼睛，翻开泥土在寻找食物。
She lifted her head to gaze at the war-scourged city, a place where weeds grew between crumbling bricks and tides. When danger passed for a brief moment, famished children opened their large eyes and dug through the soil in search of food.
空气中一片寂静，只有火舌在燃烧木头的声音。
The air was deathly still, with only the sound of flames licking at wood.
克拉丽，我们会取得战争的胜利，对吗？
Coralie, we will win this war, won't we?
旅行家看向同伴期待的双眼，他知道倔强的同伴想用抗争证明自己的意志，证明命运尚且在自己手中。
The traveler looked into her companion's expectant eyes, knowing that her stubborn companions wanted to prove her will through resistance, to prove that fate was still in her own hands.
于是，旅行家选择了自己的回答。
And so, the traveler gave her answer. We have enough time to hold on, and we will be triumphant. Staying alive brings an infinite hope, and we will win in the end.
当然，笨蛋赫利亚，我们会取得胜利。他们消灭不了我们的躯体，也不能磨灭我们的意志。只要我们还活着，就有掌握胜利的机会。
Of course, idiot Helia. We will win. They cannot destroy our bodies, nor can they break our wills. As long as we are alive, we have a chance to grasp victory.
是啊，只要我们还在抗争，希望就不会消失。我们会用一场又一场胜利，抓住自己的命运。
Yes, indeed. As long as we keep fighting, hope will never fade. We will seize our own destiny with victory after victory.
无论如何，我都不能对野心家们献城，让我的同胞成为他们攻占下一座城市的廉价工具。我必须坚持下去，即使这片土地上已经越来越荒芜。
I will not surrender the city to those ambitious schemers. nor will I let my fellow citizens become cheap tools for their next conquest. I must preserve, even as this land grows more desolate.
荒芜，的确，到处都是倒塌的建筑，但即使在残败废墟之上，也会有希望在萌发。你看，
Desolate? True. Buildings have collapsed everywhere, but even among those decaying ruins, hope can still sprout. Look,
我希望自己快快长大，像赫利亚和克拉丽姐姐们一样，保护我们的城市。
I hope I can grow up quickly and protect our city just like Haley and Coralie.
我也是，我要和赫利亚姐姐还有克拉丽姐姐并肩作战，打跑侵略者。
Me too. I want to fight side by side with Haley and Coralie to drive away the invaders.
哇，好啦，哥哥，只要我们把愿望挂在上面，就会实现吗？
All done? Big brother, will our wishes come true if we hang them up there?
一定可以的。我们走吧，妈妈还等着我们呢。
Yes, they will definitely come true. Let's go. Mom is waiting for us.
赫利亚，你保护的土地上依然有希望在生长。你所做的一切，这片土地都知道。
Elia, hope will still bloom in the land you protect. And this land knows everything you have done.
那是大家建立起来，用于祈福的柱子。
That's the pillar built by everyone to pray for blessings.
我们去看看吗？
Well, should we go take a look? Take the pillar for prayers. Praying. This is so stupid that they literally have immortality and resolving to war. And they actually know they don't have a fear of time to like I cannot believe that actually it will be happening.
原来上面已经挂满了愿望。
The pillars got wishes all over it.
我在这条路上经历了无数的战役，还是第一次察觉到，大家对结束战争的期许，已经记满了祈福的石柱。
I have fought countless battles, but this is the first time I have noticed that people have tied their wishes for the war to end all over this prayer pillar.
大家都相信我们能够结束战争。
Yeah, everyone believes we can end this war.
我们一定会的，因为这是大家的愿望。谢谢你告诉我这些，克拉丽。你好像总是能在糟糕的世界发现我难以觉察的希望。
We definitely will, because that's what everyone hopes for. Thank you for telling me this, Coralie. You always seems to find hope in this terrible world, unlike me.
我吗？这可不是我的人设。明明我们之中，你才是最喜欢用阳光、希望、大家的微笑，这些让我感到过敏的美好事物，来劝我出去看看的人。
Me? That's not my character setting at all. Between us, you are the one who always try to get me to go outside by talking about sunshine, hope, and smiling faces. All those saccharine things that I'm allergic to.
我习惯了独处，即使环境恶劣也没有关系。寒冷的雪夜，孤儿院漆黑的地下室，在一堆不太愉快的记忆里，我依然一个人活得顽强。
I'm used to being alone, and harsh conditions don't bother me. Cold, snowy nights, the dark basements of the orphanage. Despite all these unpleasant memories, I still manage to survive on my own.
而这世界上唯一令我不能忍受的环境，就是我看着自己最在乎的他们，在我的身旁陷入痛苦。
And the only thing I cannot tolerate in this world is watching those I care about most suffering right before my eyes. Okay, you know what? Did all the trials that we did before are actually Nalab and Senadia? What if... Yeah, what if it just figures that only... Wait a moment, what if this is just figures that only Coralie knows about, and now because she knew about Senadia, in the third trial, we're starting to see the actual people behind their faces.
赫利亚，你心中的希望不会暗淡，你是我认识的最坚强的人，我相信你。
Helia, the hope in your heart won't dim. You are the strongest person I know, and I believe in you.
当然，我们会取得抗争的胜利，时间也不能将我改变。
Yes, of course. We will triumph in our resistance, and time itself cannot change who I am.
我要为了大家的希望继续坚持下去，就像克拉丽一直所做的那样。
I will persevere for everyone's hopes, just as you have always done.
放心吧，笨蛋赫利亚，无论发生什么，大魔王克拉丽都会和你一起。
Don't worry, idiot Helia. No matter what happened, Dark Lord Coralie will always be by your side.
第200年，第5000场战斗。
这么快？
We went like 450 years later.
那是赫利亚。
That's Helia. We already know this is not going well. This will not go well. Because Senadia pretty much lost the battle.
喂，赫利亚！
我没事，物资。
Fine, supplies.
别说话了，笨蛋，保存
Stop
体力。
talking, idiot. Save your strength.
不是，不论物资还是怪物，都包在我
Leave
身
the
上。
supplies and monsters to me.
我要搞偷袭。
Huh? A sneak attack?
看这里。没事。吧嗒，爆！
This is not good.
好疼，好疼！
It hurts, it hurts.
区区皮外伤。旅行家看向自己露出白骨的胳膊，上面的血肉正在快速愈合，并无大碍。
Just a flesh wound. The traveler glances at her arm, where flesh was rapidly healing over a bone deep wound. It was nothing serious.
并无大碍，疼的又不是你。赫利亚，
Nothing serious. You're not the one in pain. Helia.
旅行家向昏厥的同伴望去，疤痕斑驳的躯体之上，新的伤口在鲜血里逐渐愈合，并无大碍。
The traveler looked at her unconscious companion. On her widely scarred body, fresh wounds were gradually healing in blood, indicating that she was not in critical danger.
闭嘴！赫利亚，赫利亚！可恶，这不是跳过时间，简直是让我跳过人生！
Shut up! Helia! Helia! Damn it! It isn't just skipping through time, it's making me skip through life itself.
轮番的轰炸摧毁了城市所剩无几的物资，可即使被饿到昏厥，只要他还留在这颗被不朽赐福的星星之上，他就不会死。
The relentless bombardment destroyed what little resources remained in the city. However, even if she starved to the point of fainting, she would not die as long as she remained on this planet blessed by immortality.
物资在哪里？
Where are the supplies?
物资没事，放心吧，赫利亚，你好好休息。要是他们再敢打过来，有我在呢。
The supplies are fine. Don't worry, Helia. Just rest up. If they attack again, I will be able to handle it.
我已经没事了，我要和你一起去，我必须守护这里。
I'm fine now. I must go with you. I have to protect this place.
赫利亚，
我想要留住大家的希望，我想证明自己不会屈从于命运。
I want to protect everyone's hopes. I want to prove that I won't submit to fate.
我的信念会比磐石坚硬，他们的炮火能折断大家祈愿的石柱， 也不能摧毁我为脚下土地抗争的信念。
My conviction will be steadier than stone. Their cannons may break the pillar with everyone's prayers, but they cannot destroy my conviction to fight for the land beneath my feet.
那跟大家祈求战争停止的石柱，它已经折断了吗？
That stone pillar, where everyone prayed for the end of war, has it been shattered? We are here going the end, and as they say, the hope is what dies as last.
那2个系彩带的孩子呢？
What about those 2 kids with ribbons?
谁？克拉丽，我不记得你说的是谁。有太多孩子曾在这里写下停战的愿望，但他们的结局，或是被野心家俘虏成为苦力，或是被炸弹。
Oh? Coralie, I don't remember who you're talking about. So many children wore their wishes for a ceasefire here, but their fates. Some were captured by their ambitions and turned into slaves. Others were killed by bombs.
发生了这么多事，
So much has happened?
发生了太多让我感到绝望的事情，但漫长的战争，重复的成败，还有望不到尽头的目标，他们从未改变你，克拉丽，你永远在奋起抗争，是真正的战士。
I have witnessed too many things that have plunged me into despair. But the long war, the repeated success and failures, and the faraway goal, they have never changed you. Coralie, you have always raised up against them. You are a true warrior.
我
Me?
在我因饥饿倒下时，是你守护了仅存的物资。在我近乎绝望麻木的时候，我只有看到你还在拼命战斗的模样，才能鼓起勇气，相信希望没有抛弃我们。
Yes, when I collapsed from hunger, you defended our remaining supplies. When I was numb with despair, only seeing you fight on. With all your might, give me the courage to believe that hope had not abandoned us.
可是这几天，在隆隆的炮火声中，我不断问自己。
But these past few days, amidst the rumbling cannon fire, I keep asking myself. She gazed at the broken pillar, as if looking at someone, shattered spine and broken fate.
究竟还需要多长时间，我们才能取得胜利？究竟还需要多长时间，我才能做到像你一样相信胜利必将到来？
How much longer until we achieve victory? How much longer until I can believe that victory will come like you do?
究竟需要多长时间？我紧绷如弓弦一般的信念就会折断，让最后的坚强与勇气都被消磨殆尽。
How much longer until my conviction, taut as a bone string, finally snaps? Until my last vestiges of strength and courage are worn away to nothing.
可我不想这样。除了抗争，我还能去做什么呢？明明我们同样经历了数千场战斗，为什么只有我做不到？你懂这种感受吗，克拉丽？
But I don't want this. What else can I do but fight back? We have been through thousands of battles together, so why am I the only one who is failing to achieve this? Do you understand how I feel, Coralie?
我不知道，
I don't know.
我不知道该怎样回答他的问题，因为眼前的断壁残垣、战火连天，都只是我的一场游戏。我没有像他一样设身处地历经100年来的无尽纷争。
I don't know how to answer that question, because the ruins before me and the raging war are just a game to me. I have not lived through centuries of endless conflicts like Shiva has.
我看得见他的绝望与痛苦，可我没有资格说，赫利亚，我完全明白你的感受。哪怕我知道，他现在最渴望的是一句“我理解你”。
I can see her despair and pain, but I have no right to say, "Hey Leah, I completely understand how you feel." Even though I know what she wants to hear the most is, "I understand you."
赫利亚，我该对你说什么呢？要我告诉你，容易的旅行家早已注意不到这短暂100年时光的流逝，对这颗星球上的纷争也毫无感情的波动。
Hey Leah, what should I say to you? Should I tell you that the dragon-keen traveler no longer noticed the passing of 100 years, nor is emotionally stirred by the conflicts of this planet? You know what? I'm pretty much sure that what it's very much like Nalab experienced it. Literally just blink in an eye of an eye.
当你一日复一日在废墟中挣扎着被击倒，再爬起时，当你身上的伤口一次次崩裂又愈合时，我只是眨了眨眼，就仿佛跳跃了时光。
While you were stuck down and struggled up into the ruins day after day, while your wounds split open and healed time after time, I merely blink and leap towards it time.
可是，如果我告诉你实情，你会不会害怕连最后的伙伴都离你而去？赫利亚，我不知道在一颗永生的星星上，在不朽的战火中，该对你说什么。
But if I tell you the truth, would you fear that even your last companion would leave you? Leah, I don't know what to say to you on an eternal planet tormented by the endless flame of war.
克拉丽，我们会取得战争的胜利，对吗？
Coralie, we will win this war, won't we?
旅行家知道，倔强的同伴总是用战斗的胜利证明自己的信念永不磨灭，这是他掌控命运的唯一方式。
The traveler knew that her stubborn companion always proved her unshakable conviction through victories in battle. It was her only way to take control of her destiny.
于是，旅行家不再沉默，选择了自己的回答。
And so, the traveler broke her silence and gave her answer. We will win, or remain silent. We will win this war. I do not believe my words myself.
不对，我不会选择这样的回答。都已经打了几百年，就算我们一次次打退敌人，又解决了什么？这根本算不上胜利。
No, I cannot utter such an answer. I have been fighting for hundreds of years. Even if we keep pushing back the enemy, what have we really solved? This can hardly be called victory.
我只能站在他面前，无法直面他的问题。原来，当我遇到从未深入思考过的烦恼时，我还是那个戴着毛线帽、逃到角落里的幼稚鬼。
I can only stand before her, unable to face her questions. When confronted with concern I have never deeply pondered before, I'm still that immature kid in a woven hat, hiding in the corner.
赫利亚，这次的战斗就把舞台留给大魔王克拉丽女士怎么样？总要有人将物资送回去，你可以吗？
Wait a moment, what? Elia, how about leaving this battle to Dark Lord Coralie this time? Someone needs to deliver the supplies back. Can you do that? I'm so confused. What do you mean?
但我想要战斗。克拉丽，你说过，你相信我心中的希望不会黯淡，意志不会沉默。你相信我们会取得战斗的胜利。
But I want to fight. Coralie, you said you believe that the hopes in my heart won't dim, that my will won't sink. You believed we would win this battle.
你现在还相信我吗？
Do you still believe in me?
我当然相信你，赫利亚。我是你唯一的同伴，即使所有的鼓励对你来说都是饮鸩止渴，但我知道，你不过是需要一句朋友的肯定，去挨过无边的岁月。
I certainly believe in you, Helia. I'm your only companion. Even if all this encouragement is just temporary relief to your pain, I know that you just need a friend's reassurance to get through the endless years.
所以，这是我唯一能说出的回答。
So, this is the only answer I can offer. I believe in you, Helia.
赫利亚，我相信你心中的希望不会暗淡，意志永不沉默。
Helia, I believe that the hope in your heart will never dim, and your will shall never thin.
谢谢你没有否定我，克拉丽，你是我唯一的朋友，因为你相信我，所以我一定会坚持下去。
Thank you for not doubting me, Coralie. You are my only friend. It's your faith in me that pushes me to persevere.
可是我后悔了，我不喜欢自己的回答，因为我错估了永远的重量。
But I regret it now. I don't like my answer, because I underestimated the weight of eternity.
第500年，第2万场战斗。
A lot more battles.
赫利亚，危险！
Look out, Helia!
哟，
Oh!
结束了。
5、4、1，加足马力，撞过去！
Helia?
一片空城中，旅行家在被炸毁的石柱旁找到了他沉默的同伴。即使身历数万场战斗，在怪物堆里伤痕累累，只要在这颗星星之上，他就能活下来。
In an empty city, the traveler found her silent companion beside the blasted stone pillar. Even after thousands of battles and countless injuries inflicted by monsters, she would survive as long as she remained on this planet.
闭嘴！难道只要活着，他经历的伤病、饥饿和痛苦，这些噩梦就可以一笔勾销？
Shut up! So what if she's still alive? Does that erase all the injuries, hunger, and pain she endured? All those nightmares?
赫利亚，你怎么了？你怎么可以在怪物堆中一动不动？
Helia, are you okay? Why did you sit there in a horde of monsters?
怪物来了，要打仗了，克拉丽，我们得做好准备。
Monsters. The monsters are coming. We need to fight Coralie. We must prepare ourselves.
赫利亚，怪物已经被消灭了，战斗结束了。
Helia, the monsters have been defeated. This battle is over.
战斗结束了，战争结束了，我们胜利了吗，克拉丽？
The battle is over. The war is over. Did we win, Coralie?
赫利亚，抱歉，这只是一场普通的战斗，我们的胜利也是暂时的。
Helia, I'm sorry, but this war is just another ordinary battle, and our victory is only temporary.
这样啊，是啊，在这颗永恒的星星上，什么都不会结束。这场战斗赢了，就要打下一场，然后是下下场，无穷无尽。
I see. You're right. Nothing ever ends on this eternal planet. Even if we win one battle, there's another waiting, and another after that. On and on forever.
你看，曾经被大家寄托希望的祈愿石柱，如今只剩下了残破的瓦砾，就像希望一样，无处可寻。
Look, the prayer pillar that once held everyone's blessing is now nothing but rubble. Just like hope itself, nowhere to be found.
我们还会赢下战争吗？克拉丽，
Can we still win this war? Coralie.
这是他第3次问出同样的问题。旅行家知道，同伴只需要自己的鼓舞。在这颗永生的星星上，他还有无尽的时光。
This was the 3rd time she asked the same question. The traveler knew that her companion only needs encouragement. On this eternal planet, her companion still has endless time ahead.
于是，旅行家坚定地选择了自己的回答。
And so, the traveler firmly gave her answer. We will win this war.
不，其实赫利亚心里清楚，战争不会结束，胜利更不会到来。我不想再欺骗他。
No, Helia knows deep down that the war won't end and victory will never come. I don't want to deceive her anymore. Insists on telling Helia the truth.
赫利亚，这场旷日持久、永无尽头的战争不会结束，就像胜利不会到来。
Helia, this long drawn out war will never end. Just as victory will never come.
为什么克拉丽？为什么？明明我做了那么多。
Why? Why, Coralie? After everything I have done.
我想守护大家，为脚下的土地而战，但这座城池却成为了所有人的枷锁与牢笼。粮食与补给越来越少，愿意抗争的人们也渐渐消失，至于断壁残垣。
I want to protect everyone, to fight for this land beneath our feet. But this city has become nothing but shackles and a prison for all. Food and supplies grow even scarcer, and those willing to fight are gradually disappearing. All that's left are ruins.
我曾相信，只要我不停抗争，我总有一天能停止战火。我告诉自己，我的努力可以得到结果，好让我抓住自己的命运。可是
I once believed that if I keep fighting, I could one day stop the flames of war. I told myself my efforts would bear fruits, so I could grasp my own destiny. And yet,
在一片静止不动的永恒中，我做什么都是错。我的病痛、饥饿、牺牲，我的勇气、时间、劳苦，都算不上什么，因为我不会死。我的双手里却永远是空的。
in this stagnant eternity, everything I do is wrong. My pain, my hunger, my sacrifices, my courage, my time, my toil. None of it matters, for I cannot die. Yet my hands remain forever empty.
赫利亚，你已经做得很好了。
Helia, you have done enough.
不，只有你才算做得好。几百年来，是你在我茫然时用热忱鼓励我，在我退缩时用信念宽慰我。你说过你相信我，所以我不想辜负克拉丽。
Now, you are the one who has done much. For hundreds of years, you have encouraged me with your passion when I was lost, comforted me with your conviction when I hesitated, and said you believed in me. So I didn't want to let you down.
可我，不，赫利亚，我根本没有你想象的那么好。
But No, Helia, I'm not nearly as good as you think I am.
我看着你浴血奋战，在炮火中不肯停息的背影，我知道只有你在时光的长河里破浪而行，而我只是在深渊里不停挣扎。
I watch you fight timelessly through blood and fire. I know that you alone forged ahead in the river of time, while I merely struggle endlessly in the abyss.
克拉丽，我和你不一样，我只是一个懦夫，一个失败者。
Coralie, I'm not like you. I'm just a coward, a failure.
不是的，你不是失败者，也不是懦夫。
No, that's not true. You're not a failure. You are not a coward.
在还没获得永生时，一个人的生命只有100年。如果他们用几十年的时间坚持自己的理想，任何人都会夸赞他们拥有了不起的信念。
Before gaining immortality, a person's life only spanned 100 years. If they spent decades pursuing their ideals, anyone would praise them for having remarkable conviction.
而你在这里，为脚下的城市坚守了不知道普通人的几辈子。你已经做得很棒了，赫利亚，这是事实，不是我的安慰。
And here you are, having defended this city beneath your feet for who knows how many mortal lifetimes. You have done amazingly well, Helia. I'm not just trying to confront you here, it's a fact.
可是，我想像你一样做到更好。与我一样永生的你，是怎样才能做到，在一片看不到头的道路上，坚持向前奔跑？
But I want to be even better, and be just like you. You are immortal like me. How do you manage to keep running forward on this endless road?
明明他是最喜欢谈论未来与明天的笨蛋，却在数百年不曾断绝的战火中，只留下绝望。
That idiot loved talking about the future and tomorrow the most. Yet he has been left with despair and nothing else after centuries of endless warfare.
笨蛋赫利亚，如果我真的如你一样，未必会有你做得好。
Idiot Helia. If I were really like you, I might not have done as well as you did.
我不明白。
Me? I don't understand.
因为我是天底下最怕麻烦的人，做事情从来都是听凭兴趣，每天只会懒散地找个舒适的角落自娱自乐，无论世界发生了什么，都与我无关。
That's because I'm the most trouble-averse person under the sun. I only ever do things based on my whims, spending each day lazily finding a cozy corner to entertain myself, completely detached from whatever happened in the world.
可是有人闯进了我的角落，喊着希望未来与拯救世界冲过来，将我从舒服温暖的沙发上抠出，让我见识清晨5点的训练场，凌晨2点的自习室。真可恶啊！
But someone barged into my corner, charging in with shout about hope and future and saving the world. She pried me from my cozy warm sofa to spend time at the practice range at 5 in the mornings and the study room at 2 in the night. How annoying.
他拽着我一路奔跑，但遗憾的是，时间过了这么久，我们也没有看到出发时渴望抵达的终点，甚至还为此付出了不小的代价。
She dragged me along as she ran. Sadly, even after all this time, we never reached the destination we so deeply ran towards when we first set out. Worse still, we paid a hefty price for it.
可在这条路上，它让我看到了这个世界阳光正好，花草也不错。我们帮助过的人就在路旁对我微笑挥手。我身处的当下就是个值得勾起嘴角的好天气。
But on this planet, she showed me a world where the sunlight was just right and the flowers were pleasant. The people Wilhelm smiled and waved at me from the roadside, and I wanted to smile in the perfect weather I found myself.
赫利亚，是那个和你很像的笨蛋改变了我，让我开始注意这个世界为我呈现的风景，还有那些因为我的行动而改变的风景。
Helia, it was that idiot who is so much like you who changed me. She made me notice the scenery present by this world and how my actions can change it.
所以，我们不需要一个结果去证明自己的意志，因为在向着目标前行的道路上，我们无数次用自己的意志做出了选择与行动，那就是我们抓住命运的时刻。
So, we don't need results to prove our convictions. As long as we are on the path toward our goal, we have already made countless choices and actions according to our convictions and seize our destiny.
希望不在道路的终点，而在我们的心里。你不需要在永无止境的战火，一座近乎残破的空城中追求你心中的未来。
Hope doesn't lie at the end of the road, but within our hearts. You don't need to chase the future you yearn for through endless warfare and air revenge. Empty city.
当你站在我面前时，我就知道，即使经过再多的时间，也不会改变你守护大家的决意。因为无论在哪个世界，赫利亚都是一个执拗的笨蛋，也是一个勇敢的战士。
When you stand before me, I know that no amount of time will change your resolve to protect everyone. That's because you are a stubborn fool and a brave warrior in any world you exist in.
克拉丽，我曾经相信战争会结束，我能够保护大家。可时间过了这么久，我似乎已经忘了自己为什么在这里，一次又一次地挥起武器。
Coralie, I once believed that the war would end and I could protect everyone. But after all this time, I seem to have forgotten why I'm swinging my weapon endlessly here.
希望没有错，相信未来也没有错。可怕的是，在这颗永生的星球之上，我捅不破这块天长地久的屏障，任何期许都必定成为让自己心灰意冷的囚笼。
There's nothing wrong with hopes and believing in the future. What's terrifying is that I cannot break through these everlasting barriers on this planet of immortality, and any expectation is destined to become a prison that leaves my heart cold and disillusioned.
因为永远实在太长，就像水滴终于穿过了坚韧的岩石。我从未想过时间的力量让本应是美好的选择全部成为谬误。
And that's because eternity is simply too long. Like how dripping water finally pieces a sturdy rock, I never imagined that the power of time would turn what should have been beautiful choices into fallacies.
路没有尽头。当我有无数个明天可以去幻想得到结果，也便有无数个让它化为泡影的日子欺骗自己去坚持。所以这条路，到底是我的执念，还是我的意志？
This road has no end. I may have countless tomorrows to dream of possible outcomes, but I also face countless days of letting those dreams fade like bubbles and deceiving myself into forging ahead. And the end of the day, is this path my obsession or my true conviction?
你说的对，克拉丽。希望不在道路的终点，而在我心里。我行动的意义不需要无尽的未来去评价。如果这样，我就会一事无成。
You're right, Coralie. Hope isn't at the end of the road, but within my heart. I don't need a boundless future to give meaning to my action. If that were the case, I would never have accomplished anything.
是啊，笨蛋。
Finally, you got it, damn me. Her fluffy tail brushed lightly against her friend's legs. Helia lifted herself from her thought, looking up to meet Coralie's sunny smile. No matter how suffocating the gloom was, it was as though Coralie illuminated every step on her path.
我挣扎着让自己不要被时间所改变，却在无止的永恒中，悄然放弃了改变时间。所以
I struggled to resist the change brought by time. Yet, in this endless eternity, I suddenly gave up on changing time. And so...
怎么了？
Huh? What's wrong?
我记得你曾经答应过，要帮我实现一个愿望。
I recall you promised to me to help fulfill a wish.
哼，笨蛋赫利亚记性不错嘛，几百年都没有忘记。说吧，大魔王克拉丽女士言而有信，说到做到。
Your memory is pretty impressive, idiot Helia. You have not forgotten despite centuries passing by. Go ahead, Dark Lord Coralie always keep her word. I will grant your wish.
我想请你带我离开这颗星星，结束名为永生的诅咒。
I want you to take me away from this planet and end this curse called immortality. Wait. So, the Nadia is not immortal on Mars. But she's only... Wait. Is immortality bound to the planet? And where's Litos?
克拉丽，你说过自己是龙翼的旅行家，拥有星际旅行的力量。我希望你能帮助我离开这颗星球，在宇宙中找到一颗平凡普通的星星，将文明播种。
Coralie, you said you were a dragon-kin traveler with the power of the reverse stars. I hope you can help me leave this planet and find an ordinary planet in the universe to sow the seeds of civilization.
离开？
You want to leave?
只要离开这里，他就会死去。旅行家明白死亡的含义，它比遗憾更痛苦，比绝望更残忍。
She left this place. She would die. The traveler understood the meaning of death. It's more painful than regret, more cruel than despair.
我想结束永恒的生命，让我的时间不再是不涨不落的河川。我们的道路会随着世界一起向前。
I want to end this timeless existence, so that my time will no longer be like a stagnant river. I want our path to move forward together with the world.
赫利亚，结束永恒，意味着我们终有一日不能陪在彼此身旁。所以，如果我就死在你的面前，甚至我们还没有来得及好好告别。
Helia, ending immortality means that we will separate it one day. What if I die before your very eyes, even before we had the chance to bid a proper farewell?
克拉丽，
我想知道你会怎么样。
I want to know what you would do.
你是我唯一的朋友，是我漫长时光里最重要的人。我对你的依赖，是永恒的纷争中从未改变的东西。我无法想象自己失去你会有多么糟糕。
You are my only friend, the most important person in my long journey. My dependence on you is the one constant in this timeless conflict. I cannot imagine how terrible it would be to lose you. Believe in Helia's unspoken words. Wrapped here, and eternity will never leave.
不，他还没有说完，不要在我的脑子里随意干扰我。
I'm still picking the wrong choices all the time. Man, why do you give me even the choices? Stop.
可是，赫利亚，那个被训练机甲打倒无数次也要站起来反击的你，那个撑过了几个世纪漫长抗争的你，才不会任由悲伤让自己止步，对吧？
But Helia, you got up and fought back after being knocked down countless times by training makers. and endured centuries of struggles. You would not let sorrow stop you in the tracks, right?
但是克拉丽，我会想起我们珍藏的回忆，未尽的道路。我会逼着自己慢慢走出悲痛，带着你和我的约定，继续向前。
Coralie, I will remember all precious memories and the unfinished path we were on. I will force myself to slowly move past this grief and carry out promises forward.
直到我在死亡中与你重逢。
Until I meet you again in death.
因为你是我漫长时光中最重要的人，我不想让你失望。
I will do this because you are the most important person in my long journey, and I don't want to let you down.
真是个笨蛋，赫利亚。但我知道，如果是赫利亚的话，一定能做到。
You are such an idiot, Helia. But if it is you, I know you can do it.
其实，害怕孤单、讨厌离别的人从来都是我。我想要你们给予的陪伴，也想要你们露出的笑脸。
In fact, I am the one who is afraid of solitude and detests goodbyes. I want everyone's company, and I want to see all of your smiling faces.
我想要你们获得幸福。
I want all of you to find happiness.
那么，克拉丽，
Well, Coralie,
你愿意带我离开吗？
will you take me away from here?
西纳迪亚，我会带你离开，我答应过你，赫利亚。
Made a promise to you, Helia. I will help you leave this place.
啊，等等，选项被改变了，是谁在搞鬼吗？
Wait, the options have changed. Is someone messing with this? Reject here, stay, and choose permanence.
Coralie, 为什么？
Coralie, why? Hey, it's not our choice.
不是的，这不是我的选择。
人类将自己的信念化作晶石，用以砥砺宝剑，又以一缕羊毛吹落于剑刃，羊毛立断，以此证明宝剑锋利。我既已得见你的信念，其足以荣耀永恒的馈赠，便将第三凭证置于此处，放在不朽的天平之上。如此，第三试炼就此落幕。
And thus concludes the third trial. Oh, we are mad.
克拉丽，哇，你的试炼已经全部完成了。
Coralie, you have completed all the trials.
克拉丽是最后一名，这不对吧？
33rd place. They are standing. 33. That's exactly the number of the participant of Tenchu's War.
明明这么短的时间，怎么可能是最后一名？
How could she come last when she barely took any time?
那不是我的选择，更不是我的意志，是试炼的缔造者篡改了我的决定。
That wasn't my choice, much less my will. The creator of this trial tampered with my decisions.
不仅如此，故事的叙述者还强硬地参与到了故事中来，修改我的意愿。而那个闪烁过2次的希纳迪亚的幻象，也绝不可能只是个偶然的错误。
Not only that, but the narrator of the story interfered in the story and altered my will. What more, the two flashes of Senadia appearance would not have possibly been just a random glitch.
如此一来，我倒是确信了一件事：与前2个试炼不同，第3重试炼的幻境并不是被创造出来的，这根本不是什么游戏，而是在遥远的另一颗星球上真实发生过的事。
That being the case, I'm certain of one thing. Unlike the two first trial, The operation of the third trial was not artificially created. This isn't just a game, but rather events that occurred on this distant planet, on a distant planet.
我说的对吗？纳赫拉，
Am I right? Nah,
纳赫拉，好熟悉的名字，为什么突然提到他？
Nah. That name sounds so familiar. Why are you talking about her now?
因为这座遗迹的主人，失恋的缔造者，这场闹剧的始作俑者，所有的线索都毫无疑问地指向了他。寰宇的旅者，不朽的龙叶，还需要我列举更多证据出来吗？纳赫拉，
Other clues indubitably point to her, the master of those ruins, the creator of the trial, the instigator of this farce, the interstellar traveler, the dragon king of permanence. Do I need to list more evidence? Nalap? Who is Nana if this is Nalap?
向前来吧，一心的试炼者，你终将获得自己渴望的一切。
Come forth, trialist from another star. You shall obtain everything you desire.
真的说话了，克拉丽，我们快走，这次可不能再让他作弊了。
Oh, she answered you? Coralie, let's go. We cannot let her cheat again. You understand the principles of cheating? Yes? And so it will be it for the 3 trials. Next up we are going to claim our reward, the immortality, and ask Nalab about what is this with the last trial going on. That will be it for this episode. That will be like 3 episodes in the end, right? So I will be thanking you for watching, listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in the next episode 5. Take care.